Well, hello everyone. We're working away on Esther, the new little 55 Jeep Kaiser Willys buggy. And oh, see that nice new leaf spring over there? Well, I've had those leaf springs for 14, 15 years, something like that. I had one of these Jeeps many years ago, and it never got done, never got built. So I broke them out. I'm putting them in. I put the rears in, and it fixed the shackle problem in the rear. Rides much better. So I'm up here going, well, let's see if we can get them in here. There were some issues with the brake lines over there. The flexi line that comes from the frame down to the axle was squirrely and up underneath the bump stop, which is not in there. Brackets over there. Bump stop fell apart. That one's falling apart too, so I got to get a couple of those. And the other little steering hose right here. Axle, steering knuckle, and there's this little hose. Well, that one was all twisted right up in a knot like a pig's tail. Under tension. I was like, what the heck? So I straightened that out. But while I was under here looking at things, can you see that? Circled, sorta. And it comes up around the side. So, and it's funny, it's right at the back of that. I mean, that's probably where it should be. Force-wise, not that it should be there, but that's where it would be most likely to crack. Well, on this side, let's see if we can get a good shot of it. I cleaned her all up. This side had exactly the same thing going on. So where the gap is in the weld is where the split was. I did weld the split up, and then I had it perched so that this was dangling, so that it would be compressed. And then I made a strap out of a piece of metal and laid it in there, cleaned it all up good, and welded her up. And for our purposes, that'll be good. That'll be good. And I'm learning how to weld frames up. You know, the more I go over this little buggy, I'm really happy with it. What I'm finding I'm most happy with is that it needs some attention. But I like to have my hands all over things and kind of have things figured out and what you got and knowing what you're looking at. So really that makes me feel better, for what that's worth. And boy, it's a boatload of fun. It's so simple. There's really not much to it. One thing I recently figured out, the reason it doesn't go very fast down the road is that it's got 5.38 gears, front and rear. They've got tags on there. I'll show you them sometime. So this thing creepy crawls. And that's pretty exciting because we like the creepy crawling. So the other thing about it having cracked frame parts and the body tub is replacement pieces and not that great is that we don't have to worry about it if we hit a tree with it or if we get it stuck in the mud overnight or something. We're not gonna mess with it. Oh, you can't see anything in there. This thing is so cool. I've wanted one of these at least half my life. The speedo doesn't work, which is a bummer. Neither does the fuel gauge or the temperature gauge. That temperature and that oil pressure gauge work. Blinkers work. Little shift plate there. Choke works. Hand throttle is there, but not hooked up. I'm not sure how to do that. It does have a heater. It has a little accessory light, the windshield wiper. Yeah, it's a good little buggy. It had either a PTO or an overdrive at some point. But looking at this tub, see, there should be a toolbox under there. There's no toolbox. And there's lots of things that just aren't exactly right about it, which, like I said, is just fine because we want to use it. We don't want to, we're not going to abuse it, but we're going to use her. I love driving it. I've already had it out a few times in the snow. Anyway, yep, coming to you semi-live from Troy. Oh yeah, and my headlight, where's my finger? My headlight bezel fell off going down the road somewhere. Didn't hear it. That's gone. We've had like feet of snow since then. Anyway, yep, things are good. We're relaxing in between plowings. Signing off.